What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to our second episode of the podcast.
Welcome.
This is exciting. We're on episode 2.
We're on episode 2. Well, you and I are on episode 3.
Yeah, but we're not going to tell people about that.
Because we recorded a whole episode. We're not going to tell you.
Which was pretty good. Which is good. But, things happen. This is our first...
The mics didn't work.
This is our first, go at it, So it's I think we're going to run into these problems.
We are.
Not until we have a professional crew and,
I know. Right now, we just have these dogs and they're no help.
Yeah, I mean, Gus used to work it. No, I'm just kidding. But I got the greatest compliment. I was throwing away trash the other day, and our neighbor, Maddie, who's going to have a baby soon, congrats to her.
Congrats to Maddie.
She stopped me. She was like, oh my God, I love the podcast. I downloaded it, and I can't wait for episode 2. And I'm like...
Shout out Maddie.
Maddie, so the reason why we're doing this,
Maddie.
I was really excited by that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Things
like that. And we've kind of talked about that a little bit, with your whole TikTok. I call it a mini influencer,
Yeah.
It's funny how sometimes you read you tell me about these bad comments, and I'm like, let's not read the bad comments. There's so many good comments that you get.
Yeah.
And sometimes the bad ones could kind of hurt you a little bit more, wouldn't you say?
Well, I think I saw a really good TikTok someone posted and was like, if you just care about the bad comments, it's really not fair to all the good ones. I will get 1,000 good ones and then one bad one.
But that's what I'm saying though. It's like Maddie's comment just means oh my God,
the world,
yes.
as it
you know
should.
What I mean?
Yeah.
But it's we shouldn't. The negative comments, when you tell me
we really haven't gotten any negative content.
No, but you called me I think today and you were like, can I tell you about a bad comment? And I was like,
that one was okay. I got a comment today that was just stupid. I felt.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, let's not even shed any light on that, And we're not going to give them our attention either.
I know, it's so true. We're not even listening to them.
So yesterday was actually Valentine's Day.
Yesterday was Valentine's Day.
And it's so funny to see what Valentine's Day has become,
Yeah.
And it's I follow obviously a lot of people on social media, and it's some people get these massive bouquets of flowers and I'm like, that's cool, but explain to me what's Valentine's Day to you? If you were what you want a bouquet of so to make it simple, I got you a bouquet of flowers and we went to Gilbert's.
That's right.
And that's our favorite establishment.
Yeah, we went to our favorite Mexican restaurant. Here's the thing. I think and I'm a lover girl, but I do think the Valentine's Day I think it's overpriced. I think that there's a lot of hype around it.
Right.
And I think that, but I do think it should be acknowledged. I think it's lame when people just don't acknowledge it at all, or get their girl a flower at all. I think that's lame, or even just acknowledge that it exists, you know? But then I also don't need you to take me out somewhere crazy expensive and put on a great dress or whatever.
Right.
I mean, that's fun too, but that's fun at a different time.
But it was funny, yesterday, I think you kind of got caught in a little bit of both to that. Because I remember I got home, I was working all day, and then I got home and you were playing on a dress and and I was like,
okay, that was
less. But I'm not calling it out. But I'm just saying it's funny. It's funny.
Well, okay, that was less let's be sexy romantic and go out to dinner. That was just I wanted to wear something that was pink or red. All day I was just trying to romanticize your life. Wear pink or red and wear hearts. I wore it to Pilates, whatever.
Right.
And then I was to dinner I just wanted to wear red, and so I put on this red Hill House dress I have.
Which was so funny to me because you came out and I was like, wait, where are we going?
Yeah, you were all stressed out.
Because we usually
And you were like, I don't need that or something. And I was like, this isn't for you. This is for the girls that I see at Gilbert's. I wanted them to know it's Valentine's Day and I know that, It's funny because Gilbert's is and we love Gilbert's. It's probably one of our favorite places on earth. I don't think Gilbert's has seen you in anything more than leggings. And you know what? And it didn't see me last night because I changed.
Yeah, because
you made me feel so weird about it.
No, I didn't. No,
you
I
did.
Well, I was just thrown off because I was just whoa, where are we going?
Well, and then you were like, well, then I got to change because I'm not going to match you. And
That's true, yeah.
I don't even care. Anyways, and so I was like, I have a pink sweater. I'll wear a pink sweater.
Yeah. But it's you got me a very nice gift.
I did. You're wearing it right now.
I'm wearing it right now. I got a gold chain that's super fire, and I get to wear it all the time, and I'm excited. It was a really nice gesture of you, I thought. That was a very good
And it's even more of a nice gesture because I don't like jewelry on men.
Yeah, but this is very subtle.
It is
very subtle.
But I told you were like, I want a gold chain, and I was like, I think that's lame. But then you wanted it so bad for so long that finally I was like, you know what? If he really wants it,
so maybe I should just throw maybe the Rolex is just like, hey.
Oh my,
Hey.
this freaking Rolex.
No, but you said if I just bother you enough about it, you know?
Well, if you bother me enough and you like slip me 20 grand, I'll buy you a Rolex.
But let's get on to the next subject that we've wanted to talk about for a while.
Because as you mentioned, Maddie said you're really good about keeping things on.
Maddie just complimented the hell out of me, and I like, she's gonna listen to this podcast, and she was like, I love how you just keep the show going, and like, I could tell that you had a background in it. I'm like, geez, Maddie.
Yeah,
like,
so, Maddie's ready for us to move on.
Maddie's
Let's go to the next topic.
Yeah. No, but we haven't talked about this because we filmed the podcast before the Super Bowl last time. But we want to talk about the Benito Bowl. We love Bad Bunny. We actually saw him in concert. And we really enjoyed. I personally, he's one of my top artists. Like, he's been one of my top in the rap, Spotify for the last 5 years or however long Spotify's been around. I think he's always has good rhythm, good beat, and it's like, to me, it's just like I was telling you, remember, I was telling you about his music. Like, it is so dirty. Like, if some of you guys realize what the stuff he is saying, like.
But then it's like, I mean, all rappers are like that, right?
Right, no, but he's not, I don't know if you even consider him a rapper. Like, you know what I mean? Kind of.
I know, but I'm just saying that rappers are explicit. But also, I'm like, because I remember we went to Bad Bunny at like the crypto center, whatever it's called. And it's still the Staples Center to me.
Right.
We went there, we watched this concert, and I remember you like turned to me at some point and you were like, if you even knew what he's saying right now. Like,
but somebody, Kenny the Jet said something funny about, like, and I know he got a lot of bad press because, like, people don't understand what he's saying. And, like, let's be so for real.
Bad Bunny got bad press?
Yeah, exactly.
See, my algorithm's like so positive. Okay, also like the day of the Super Bowl, I said to you, like, everyone's saying like how excited they are about Bad Bunny, but I don't understand why they're being so defensive because like everyone's excited about Bad Bunny. And you were like,
your algo is just so, like, I'm like,
I had no idea about the halftime, what's it called? The alternative programming. Had no idea because the day of I was like,
you didn't know about that state fair that was happening with Kid Rock?
I had no idea, and so I was like, I was like, why is everyone being so like defensive about Bad Bunny? Like, yeah, we're all excited, we get it, like we're all excited, and then you were like, wait, there's like a whole nother
side to it,
like they're fighting against because people are having and I was like, oh, I didn't know. My algorithm is the best, and I love living on planet me.
Well, that's the part that I think we've separated. Because you hate politics and I love politics.
Okay, so I'm not afraid of politics.
No, you're not afraid of it.
Clear about my politics, but I hate them because I think that I'm not going to change my mind. I think I'm right. So that's probably also really toxic. But I'm just like, I believe what I believe is correct. I'm not interested in.
No, that's not true. You'll hear somebody out.
I'll hear somebody out. But I
you don't have a problem hearing somebody's opinion, and you're like gonna be like, oh, you're like. You just kind of sound like me a little bit, but like you're very much like I'll hear you out.
Yeah, but I guess I don't like politics because I'm not like looking to. I don't know. I get overwhelmed by it. I feel really helpless when I see stuff. I'm just like, I vote. I do what I'm supposed to do, and I believe in. I'm very liberal. I believe in equality, and like, and so to me, it just like really makes me sad when I see that that's not happening, and I'm like, well, what can I do about it?
Right. And I love like the politics side. Like I don't watch Fox News.
I think that's because you like to fight.
I do. I like sometimes like it's funny. Yesterday I don't want to, but like I'll like throw bones at people, like I'll be like, oh, the Epstein files, like, oh, you didn't know he was in there, like, it's one of those things. I'll throw people the bone.
No, I know. I'll see. Sometimes I'll be like scrolling and I'll see that you like commented something like controversial, and I'm just like, I can't deal with that. I'm like, you know what? Let him get it out somewhere else. Like, I don't know what he's up to over there.
No, but I just like to be informed of like what both sides are talking about, and. I don't know. I like the politics. You're not. But there was a whole. We're tying this back into Bad Bunny, right? Like people didn't like it. What's crazy to me, and it's like my thing was like if you looked at the screen, there was like some hot Latinas shaking their asses, and you can't tell me there's not a white guy on this face of the earth that doesn't like that. You know what I mean?
A white guy.
A white guy. Yeah, I mean like
who likes Latinas shaking their ass.
Yeah, like the Turning Point people.
I think
like
all people like Latinas shaking their ass.
No,
I thought it was great. I loved it. It
was so theatrical.
It was so
theatrical.
It was so
well
put
together.
Sugarcane. I loved the power lines.
Yeah.
I loved when he called out all the countries.
Oh my God, to me that was one of the coolest moments, right? Because I'm very proud Salvadoran, like super proud Salvadoran.
Here's the thing though, you're also half Mexican.
But we didn't even hear the Mexican because we were so excited about it.
Okay, so he said El Salvador, but he said it with the accent, El Salvador. And then you guys go bananas. Everyone's screaming. And then right after his mom, your mom, who is Mexican, goes, also he said Mexico, you guys just didn't hear. Because you guys like were...
Well, think about it. El Salvador being said in the Super Bowl, like, is so crazy. The only other time that would have happened is if I kicked in the Super Bowl. Literally. El Salvador will probably never be...
The only other time that El Salvador would be said in the Super Bowl is if you kicked in it.
Think about it.
You were the only Salvadorian that was going to make it?
I've played football for a long... I didn't play... I mean, obviously, I played high school football and then college. I don't think I knew another Salvadorian that played.
No, anyone.
No, like, I can't... like, I'm literally thinking about it. I didn't know one.
I thought Salvadorians could do anything.
We could, but like...
They're athletic.
But we're also not... They're not built like 6'5", 6'6", and could run 4 threes. Salvadorians aren't built that way. They could literally do anything else.
I just think you're selling yourself. I think you're selling the Salvadorians short, and
no,
you're
I'm
selling
not.
only yourself not short.
No.
You're just saying I'm special.
I was also a field goal kicker. Like I wasn't.
Oh yeah,
playing
you weren't
corner,
even on the
like,
team.
Shut up. Like that's a whole other thing. She like doesn't think I was on the team because of a field goal kicker. Are you guys? And then I remember I was like pulling those stats for ChatGPT, like how many people got a scholarship. You know, remember that? And I'm like. She did.
Oh no!
Okay,
but
so this is
no. This is the thing. Remember, because I asked ChatGPT statistically, what's harder, getting a college scholarship for football or becoming a television writer on network TV? Was that? Oh
no! But you did. But but this isn't about you.
Let me finish.
We're talking about Salvadorans in the Super Bowl.
Everyone's gonna want to know what was harder.
No. Okay.
And guess what was harder?
Guess kicking field goals.
That's absolutely not true. I could ask Chatty again, and Chat would say, Chat said, both are really hard, but there's one that is just
You
beyond.
can't tell me there was one writer in Hollywood that could kick a 50-yard field goal.
Oh, that's literally so
You can't. There's no way. Kevin Sesha, I love you, but I'm not sure he can kick a 50-yard field goal.
Oh, he's going to come for you for that.
He's a big wrestling guy. Shout out Kevin Sesha.
We love Kevin Sesha.
We love Kevin. But I'm not sure he can kick a 50-yarder.
Who cares? He's a TV writer on a
No,
network
they're both hard.
show, which is even harder.
They're both really hard. But let's get back to what we were talking. Maddie, come get your girl. But what we were talking about was like a Salvadorian.
You were letting Maddie down.
I don't. No. But what we were talking about was like a Salvadorian in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Unless our little kid one day is a quarterback for the Rams and they win the Super Bowl, But Salvadorians in the Super Bowl might be it. That's going to be a hard one. That's going to be. I'm telling you.
I hope all the Salvadorians come for you.
Because
I really do.
At our Salvadoran wedding, like we're having a wedding, there's not. I don't think there's a Salvadoran over 6. I mean, I'm 6'1".
I just really think you're selling this whole country short.
No, but you went. There's not much height there. There's not.
I'm gonna be so for real. I was not looking at heights. That was not what I was like.
That's what I'm telling you. Like there was my brother. It's funny. We're talking about El Salvador. I love El Salvador. I'll die for El Salvador. But my brother sent me literally El Salvador football or baseball looking for players. Like they put it on Instagram, like, hey, we need guys.
Wait,
and my brother's like, hey, we could go try out.
Like the main team?
Yes, because there's gonna be flag football in the Olympics for the next Olympics. So Salvador is trying to field the team, and my brother.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Is no one athletic?
No, we're super athletic. But do you know? Look at like Matthew's stat. Look at Puka Nakua. These guys are monsters.
In Salvador, doesn't make that?
Honey, no, we're not built like a kid from South Florida in El Salvador. We're not built like a kid from the middle of Iowa.
I feel like Salvadorians can do anything.
We could, but I'm telling you.
Your dad could do anything.
But my dad can't go tackle Jalen Ramsey. You know what I mean? Like my dad probably can't tackle Derrick Henry.
All right, well, Maddie wants us to move on.
Okay. Well, I love this. That was a funny conversation. So, Maddie, I hope you appreciate this one. People want to know how we met. Let's talk about how we met. Like, we're circling back to like a little bit about us because you guys didn't send in the questions. What's up with that?
That's another thing. You guys, no one sent us questions. So,
and we're gonna be transparent on this show. Like, we're not gonna make up stuff.
Well, I almost did. I almost told ChatGPT, "Will you just make up questions for us?" Because
we're not gonna do that.
Why not? Chat's my friend. Chat said that being
I have great conversations with Chat, but like, that doesn't mean we want you. But I think the listeners are a little like they're trying to feel it out. You know
They're trying to feel it out. They don't know us yet.
Yeah, they don't know us yet. But send them in. Like
anything. Ask us. Like, do you
like we want to open up the mailbox and be like, today's mailbox from Lindsay in Missouri.
Yeah,
you know
Lindsay
what I mean?
in Missouri. She's got to write in.
Yeah. Or, Kendra from, I don't know, Tallahassee, Florida.
That's right. Kendra Tallahassee, write in.
So
I got like 20 text messages and so many comments like, oh my gosh, love this. And then no write-ins. You know what? Maybe the world is good and no one has questions.
Maybe we're the problem.
We might be.
No.
Listen, we'll keep talking.
We love to chat. Because we're watching this show right now called, what are we watching right now?
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. And Love is Blind, I love these, because we've been watching thrillers probably for about 3 months now, ever since Love Island was over. And
yeah, our 2 buckets of things that we watch together. I watch everything.
You watch everything.
But with Eddie, I have 2 buckets of things. It's either thrillers, like something that like Gerard Butler or like Liam Neeson would be in, or like love
those guys are
competition shows like Love Island, Love is Blind.
And we love to judge these people. Like,
well, who
right now
doesn't?
they're in Ohio, and these Ohio, I mean, I've got some friends from Ohio.
So you got to tread carefully.
I really do, but like, yeah, I love how they opened up the show with OHIO. Like, I love that. You had no idea what they were talking about, but that's because of the college football team. That's like their pro team.
Well, I figured they're spelling the state.
Yeah, that's true. And this is not, this is...
No. This happens every single year.
You do, and I tell you this every single year.
No, every single year. Because here's the thing. Love is Blind, the whole thing is like they're in these pods and they're blind and they don't see each other. The pods is the boringest part, most boring part of the episodes. The best part to me is when they're in those like weird ass apartments and they're all living together. And that's like... and because it's like right now they're all like romanticized and talking, and it's like we're just watching these people. Have you ever heard this saying where they say when you go on a date, you're not on a date with that person, you're on a date with their representative? Because people come in.
Well, that's just somebody who just dated. I didn't really date that much as you.
Oh, okay. We know that you love to throw shade about how much I dated, but I was looking for you, okay?
No, that's right. No, I'm sure you were, but I'm just saying, like, you have like quotes about dating. Like, that's crazy work.
No, I think a lot of people do. But when you go on a date, someone is like, this is my representative. Anyways, in Love is Blind, we're literally watching their 2 representatives talk, but then I love it when the nitty gritty comes in, because you can't hide.
Well, I'll tell you what, these Ohio people are pretty nitty gritty. They're a little rougher on their edges, I would say. You said that wasn't the nice way to, but...
No, here's the thing.
Because they did Colorado. I think
they aged up a bit.
They aged up, which is great.
I love.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
And so they have all lived life.
They got a couple MILFs in there, there's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's people, like, they come in and they have quite the story, which I think is cool. And not like our Love Island girls, they don't have a story. Like, they come in and they're like...
Like bottle girls from Vegas and
shit
like that,
which we'll watch.
Which is great. I love Love Island. But the one that was better was UK. We liked UK more, remember?
Yeah.
Because they don't fuck around. Like, they just go after it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the USA girls, I think they're on there to get promos.
I think they're all on there to get promos if we're really real.
No, but the UK people, they were like...
Then we're also going to watch The Bachelorette.
No, you see, that's too like...
No. I never...
No, that's
what?
that's like too like...
What does that mean?
It's like too, like, I need a little, like... I need a little ghetto. Like,
by the way. Oh, honey, I got you. This season is going to be a little ghetto.
That's probably what they tell you.
No, because the lead is the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives girl, and already the promos came out and they cut the budge in half. I think it's going to be good and gnarly.
No, I think,
not
but it's on
picture
ABC.
perfect.
Like, you mean to tell me ABC's not about to air some like nitty gritty shit? You know what I mean?
I think that's where Love is Blind is on.
No, it's not. Love is Blind is on
Netflix.
That's cable
and
only.
And then Love
honey.
Island is on Peacock. That's NBC. See?
But Peacock, they're on like the app. They could like do stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, well we'll give it an episode.
ABC's like it's too like buttoned up for me. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, well,
that's what
let's not shit on ABC. I might need to get hired by them.
No, I think ABC is great. They have they do the Monday Night Football. They do a great job, airing the national championship. They do a great job. They do a great job with basketball. They don't do basketball anymore, but they did a great job with sports. But like, they're a little too buttoned up for me, is what I'm saying. And when I watch these like reality love shows, like I want to see a little like
grit.
Yeah, I want to see them fight a little bit.
Speaking of fighting, our first date.
Oh man, that was we're circling back. That's a long time ago.
Whoa.
Our first, it was.
It was, how long ago was it?
Like 2.5 years?
2.5 years ago.
3 years?
No, 2.5.
2.5. Yeah, that was.
Okay, so we met on a dating
Hinge.
app.
We met on
Hinge. And the first message was from you to me, as it should be. And it was, at the time, I was on a writer's strike, and so I wasn't working, and I was really bored, and I didn't know what to do with myself. And so I started taking classes at the Magic Castle because I'm a weirdo, and I think magicians are cool. So I was learning all these magic classes, and I put in my profile, I'm doing magic classes at the Magic Castle. And one of the photos I had was of Gus, my dog, looking at like a piece of cheese.
When I was pooping last episode.
Yeah, but he's better now.
He's better now.
No one worry.
Good still.
And so Eddie slid into my Hinge profile and said, the way that Gus looks at cheese is the way I'll look at you if you do a magic trick for me. A little cheesy if you ask me.
What do you mean? No pun intended. Yeah, and then we met on, like, you know how I went up to bat and I said, hey, let's meet up.
You did. We're not pen pals.
We're not pen
It was
pals.
like a few messages, and then you were like, let's go to dinner. And we went to a sushi spot on La Brea that we've never been back to.
Yeah, they raised their prices.
And then I showed up, and the first thing you said to me, well, wait, was I there first? I think I was there
No,
first.
I beat you there.
Oh.
I was actually, it was my first date in a long time, so I like beat you there, and I was like early. And I got there, and I was like, damn, where's this, you know? And then you showed up, and then I was a little manic. I hadn't been on a date in a long time, you know? And,
Yeah. You hadn't been on a date in a long time.
yeah, I hadn't been. I was in a long relationship before
Yeah,
that.
and then you were single for like 1 second, and you went on the apps, which he shouldn't have done.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that another episode and like why I think you should move on. I mean, let's be real. Was I ready for a date? Probably, no, I probably was.
I'll answer that for you. You were not ready for a
But
date.
shout out my therapist. We've done a lot of work in therapy, and we're in a good spot. Like
We're in a good spot,
We
but-
got into I got into a good spot, but like I was single for about maybe a week or so.
Like literally 1 second, and then I was on the dating apps like forever.
you
and
were probably late coming from a date.
honestly, maybe. Okay. Anyways, I came on the date. Eddie was manic, crazy person, hadn't been on a first date in 25 years, and was going crazy and was like talking really quickly. And also like my purse was on the back of my chair, and he's like, "Oh, could you actually move that? Because I think someone's gonna steal your purse."
I grew up in LA, and we don't just like. Caroline also leaves stuff like in the car. It just like, hey, it's almost like, hey, do you want to take this? Go for it. And I'm just.
You know what's crazy? Today when I went to go get my hair done.
Don't tell me this. You left the car running and the keys in the ignition, or what?
Well, I can't do that. It's a
that's right.
Tesla.
Yeah.
Well, no, I got my hair done, and then I had to go buy a wedding gift, you know, that card.
Yeah.
And so I put the purse in the front seat, and then I was like, oh, I should walk over to Gelson's. And I walked over to Gelson's, and as I was getting the card, I was like, oh, I left my purse on the passenger seat. And I was like, Eddie wouldn't like that. But guess what? It was there.
All right. Well, so she left it on the. That like gives me like the. It like freaks me out.
The heebie-jeebies.
But she like left her like we were like the first table, and she left it like right on the corner, and I'm like, somebody could literally pick this up and go, right? And I had her move it. I asked her if I could move it, and
Yeah, which is like, hi, nice to meet you. Who is this man? Like talking a mile a minute, making me move my
guys,
purse.
I just like to know about my surroundings. Like that's like my big thing, you know.
Okay, well, anyways, I never thought I'd be surrounded by you again, because after the date, I was like, no, thank you.
And I thought it was the best date ever. I thought I was like, geez. Well, you know what's funny about it? I was like, I'm gonna marry this girl. Like after the date, and fast forward to March or February 15th, I'm gonna marry you. So essentially, I was right, you know. And then we went on a second date.
Well, okay, here's the thing. After that date, I was like, I'm never going to see this guy again. I'm not into it. And then I went on a walk with my friend Natasha, and I told her.
And Natasha's somebody who I really, you know, she's got like a good feel, I feel like, you know. But this one, I think she didn't have a good feel.
Well, because she said, don't go on another date with him.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because I said, I think I'm going to go on a second date with him because I think I'm going to tell him in person that I didn't really like him, which doesn't really make sense. I think I liked you enough. Anyways, I was like, I'll go on the second date with him, whatever. And then Natasha was like, don't do it. And I was like, I'm going to do it. And then I went on the second date, and you were so much more yourself.
Well, I was wearing shorts. I was not wearing pants.
You were wearing pants in the
I
first
wasn't
date,
wearing
which
boxers.
is like not you.
Yeah, no. The first day I wore boxers and pants, and a lot of people that listen to this podcast don't know this, but I don't wear boxers ever. And like, I was wearing boxers, you know, like
It
that's
feels like something the audience never needed to know.
No, because you know, my buddy Toshi doesn't wear boxers anymore because I
Okay,
told him
well,
not to.
maybe he doesn't want anyone to know that.
Oh no, he wants you to know. But like, that's the thing, and I was just not in my element, you know.
Yeah, Boxer Free Eddie is so much more likable, and I really liked you on this walk. And I was like, okay, I'm into him.
No, for sure. And it's funny because the second date, you were sick the whole week, and I had just had a really bad job, and I was like, didn't make any money that day, and I was upset on the food truck. And then I texted you, and I was like, yo, let's meet up. So I meet you, and like you were sick. And you know when you're sick, we talked about this earlier, like you were probably just rotting in that bed. You know that little, I've told you this before, like you had that like little smell of like a sick person that hadn't moved in like 4 days. And I'm like, geez Louise. So it was funny how it kind of flip-flopped, you know?
So like the first date, I didn't like you. The second date, you didn't like me.
I didn't say I didn't like you. I just didn't like the smell. You know
That's disgusting.
Can you think it? I know. That's crazy. Can you imagine that? That's how much I liked you. I was like, all right, fine. I'll go on a third date.
That is, oh my God. Okay, so we both sort of like gave each other a chance.
That's right. And then the third date,
it was my birthday.
it was your birthday, and we went to Malibu on a hike, and I gave you a super awkward kiss, I remember. It was like, it was fun. And then we ended up, it ended up working out, and then the rest is, we've had our ups and downs and a lot of therapy, and it's been great.
Saying that, okay, so everyone was saying on Valentine's Day, they were like, don't post the thing that says like, we've had our ups and downs. Because it's like, I want to know.
We're real for our fans. We're real for our people.
I know, but saying ups and downs always sounds like
you're right,
so
you're right,
dumb.
you're right,
like,
you're right.
oh, we're at ups and downs. Like,
we've had our what then? We've had our battles.
We've had our battles.
Yeah.
Well, you went on a date 1 second after you were dating somebody else. So,
if you go on a date, it just happened to be the first person I went on a date was. That's who I end up marrying. That's a crazy stat. Like that's a guy who loves stats, like sports stats. Like that's a crazy.
We
stat.
should ask chat.
No, that's not a chat.
What's less likely?
No.
I love chat because obviously chat always tells me what I want to hear.
No, that's why I was reading a prompt the other day that was saying that like you have got to challenge, chat needs to challenge you.
Oh.
Yeah, you can have it be like straight up. Like be like so for real chat. Like
do you tell chat like be so for real with me right
100%.
now?
Yeah.
Really?
They're like you can make them mean. Or not mean, but like be like honest.
I don't know if I actually want my chat to be honest. I sort of like that my chat is like always trying to make me happy. You know?
Yeah, but I'm just saying like that's an option too.
I always feel bad because we ask our chat all the time to give us TV show recommendations.
And we've watched every thriller on TV.
And so chat will always be like, "Oh, you guys are quite the thriller watchers." Right. And then chat will be like, "Oh, wow, I'll give you one more idea." And then they'll say Sicario or something, and then we're like, "Oh, we've seen it." And then chat's like,
"Sicario, great film.
Yeah,
if you've never seen it."
And then chat will be like, "Okay, here's another idea. Maybe you could watch The Night Manager." And then I'm like, already seen it. And he's like, oh, you guys are the expertise. And I always feel so, because he's always like, I'm going to give you one more. And then I make him give me more. And I'm like, chat is so over us.
And then we found Love is Blind. So we're in a good spot.
We're in a good spot.
We're in a good spot right now.
But the last one we watched is Rabbit Hole. We really liked that.
Watch Rabbit Hole. That was a good one.
On Paramount Plus.
On Paramount. And he usually is a good guy in most shows, but he was a good guy in this one too, but he was kind of a little bit of a bad boy.
They always are.
Yeah, he was good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid to send us in your questions.
Yeah, my big fat Latino wedding at gmail.com.
Send them. Don't be scared. We won't say, if you don't want to be, if you don't want us to say your name, we won't say your name. If you don't want us to say your city, we won't say your city.
Don't make us just talk to each other.
No, people like this. People like Maddie really enjoy it.
I know. I'm saying like, give us questions.
And then
so
Kira,
that we have things
also
to
shout
talk
out
about.
Kira, your friend. Oh my God, what a lovely human being. Asked you for my number to text me.
To tell you how much she loved the podcast.
And that's like and you know how much I love Kira. Like Kira is like.
You once described Kira as she is like the Christmas in a person. That is so, she is though. She's the best.
She's a great human. Beautiful human. Just like Pierce hit a home
Pierce,
run.
her husband, they're both great.
They're both, oh yeah.
They're a great couple. I hope that people talk about us like this.
Yeah, but shout out all our people, you know? Thank you guys so much for watching the episode and listening to us. Remember, follow us on social media.
That's right.
Caroline's on TikTok. That's where, and then I'm on Instagram and you're also on Instagram. I hope you guys all have a good week. Stay dry if you're in LA. It's going to be a little rainy.
Is it today?
It's supposed to rain all week, so stay dry. Look out for the potholes. And if you need new windshield wipers, order them. And stay safe, guys.
Stay safe.
See you guys.
Bye.